How do I get there? If my goal is, let's just say 5, 10, 20,000 a month, how do I get there? Well, like we broke it down, you want to take your goal, and just for this example, we're going to use 10,000 profit per month. And you want to break it down into manageable pieces, because if you just go out and say, I want to make $1 million a year, that's like, oh wow, that's a lot. But have you ever broken that down? So $1 million a year is $83,000 a month. Still a high number, but that's $2,700 a day. That's getting more reasonable. There's smaller numbers that we can comprehend. But if you work a 10-hour day, you need to make nearly $300 an hour. Still a lot of people think that's really high, but it's a lot more realistic. You can actually conceive of that number because it's closer, it's smaller, and it's broken down. So that's what you want to do with what you're doing. If you want to sell 10 cars a year, let's say 12. Obviously that's 1 a month. That's doable. If you want to sell 50 a month, for us, that's 1.6 cars a day. And that's, we average about 2 a day. That's not unrealistic when you have 60 to 80 cars in inventory and you're really, really aggressive about your advertising and you follow up with every single lead and you call every person back and you try to close every deal possible. When you're really putting in some hard work and you have 50 to 60 cars at a time, 2 a day isn't so unrealistic. So for me, when I first started back up after going out of business, I wanted to make $10,000 a month. So if I made $300 a car, I had to sell 33. And this is exactly what happened. Because I broke it down. That was realistic for me because, shoot, nobody makes $300 a car. But we did for a whole year. We averaged like $250 a car. Check this out. So 2016, this is my year to date. Now remember, the first 2 months here was my old business. We went out of business, went bankrupt. In March, I didn't sell any cars because I was working for a guy and I got fired. So starting back up in April, this is where I was, guys. I was zero. I had $500 in my pocket. I had nothing to work with. And I went out, the first month of April, I flipped 5 cars. I made $500 a piece. And I was like, this is pretty cool. That's the living income. I can live off of $2,500 a month. And a really key number here is the DOM. Now that's days on market. That's the day I buy it to the day I sell it. The average is 11 days, so I would have 1 or 2 cars at a time. Now in May, I started thinking like, hey, how can I really ramp this up? So here I made $257 per car. I learned a lot of lessons this month. There was a lot of stuff that I lost money on, but I made on a few, and it came out to $250 in profit per car. But still, I made $2,300 for the month, enough to live on. And then June, we started to kind of see some bigger results. Sold 12, made $600 a car. Now July just went nuts. This is when I was like, okay, this is serious. Just purely based on my goal and breaking it down, like I just showed you. I need to sell 33 cars a month and make $300 a piece. Well, look, we sold 35, made $304. My first $10,000 month that I had, and boom. Just purely based off of breaking down my goals, making it more realistic, bringing it into reality. And then here, August, we went out there. Same thing, learned a lot of lessons. Now, remember, I'm just buying as many cars as I can, learning as much as I can. Sold 36. Made $250 a piece. And I'm talking about profit. This is $250 in profit. That's like nothing for most people. So you can do that. September, sold 29, made $465. That's my first month over like, that's a lot of money for me at that point. Of course, it's a lot of money for anybody, but boom, October was a rough month. We made $172 per car. And, the average car we sold was $2,300 was the average price. The average cost was $2,000. And I mean, you take these numbers anywhere to any dealer or most people, they're like, that's shit. There's no way. What are you doing? You're an idiot. There's no way you're making any money. But man, I'm telling you, the volume's there, the numbers are there. I made $75,000 this year, and that was a lot of money for me. Now we took that momentum forward into 2017, 18, 19, and this is how we got to selling 50 a month, just breaking it down, selling them cheap as hell. I mean, you're welcome to check that out for a minute. I hope that really sinks in that you don't have to make a lot of money per car to make good money. You don't have to make $1,000 a car, $2,000, because look at this. The highest profit I made for a month that year was $600, and that was because of one vehicle that I made a shitload of money on. I think it was like a diesel that I sold. Let's see. Yeah. Here we go. So it's 2002 F250 diesel. Yeah, I made $2,000 on it. So that skewed the numbers quite a bit. Now let's just say I take that out. So my average profit per car is $430. 230. No, man, I can't talk today. My average profit was $430 per car. Put that back in, it goes up to $600. So, yeah, I mean, this is real stuff right here. These are real numbers, guys. That's what we're making. Just little deals, sprinkle in one or two big deals, and just have a good month. That's all you got to do.